Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on changing lanes. In this video, I will be going over the basics of changing lanes safely, and I'll also be demonstrating myself changing lanes on a main road. Now, although I'll be doing it on a main road, the rules will very similarly apply to highway situations. Let's get right to it. The first thing that I want to say about changing lanes is that you should have both hands on the wheel. You don't want to be changing lanes with one hand like that. It's not safe. It's not a safe thing to do. When you're redirecting your car and maneuvering your car, like when you're changing lanes, you should have both hands on the wheel. Now, the easiest way to do this is to keep both hands on the side of the wheel like this, equally distant from the center top of the wheel, just like that. And when you do change lanes, with regards to the maneuvering of the steering wheel, you want to have just minor adjustments. You don't want to be turning severely like that. You want to make minor adjustments and minor corrections to facilitate the lane change in a safe way and smoothly. You also don't want to be speeding up or slowing down. As often as possible, you should try and switch lanes while still maintaining the same speed. No speeding up, no slowing down, unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm actually going to switch lanes up here, put my left turn signal on, check my mirrors, my blind spot, move the steering wheel, smoothly switch to the lane, and correct. Turn my signal off. It's literally that simple. Now, like I said before, I talked about the hand position. I talked about the smoothness of turning the steering wheel ever so slightly and correcting it. I talked about maintaining a consistent speed throughout the lane change. Now I'm going to talk about checking your mirrors and blind spots. Now you'll notice that in your car, there are mirrors on the side of your vehicle, on the sides of your vehicle. So those mirrors allow you to see down the lane beside your car. So if I was switching lanes to the left, I would look in my left side mirror. If I was switching lanes to the right, I would look in my right side mirror. And it would show me, those mirrors would show me down the lane beside my car, okay? So I would be able to see any other cars that are in that lane other than the cars that are in your blind spot. And that's why I do my shoulder check, which is my blind spot check. If you check over your shoulder, that's going to give you your blind spot check to make sure that there are no cars over there. The reason that we check our rear view mirror before we switch lanes, before we make the commitment to switch lanes, is simply because it allows us to see the cars behind us. So if the car behind me right now is also switching to the right lane, which I'm going to do right now, that car, I would be able to see his or her signal that they're using, their turn signal, hopefully. And I would also be able to see them switching over the beginning of their lane change. So that's why you use your side mirrors, that's why you use your rear view mirror, and that's why you do your blind spot check, okay? Now also, we have a turn signal. It's the lever right here to the left of the steering wheel. Always use a turn signal when you're switching lanes, always. Always, always, always. It allows the other drivers to know what you're going to do when you're switching lanes. So right now I want to get into the left lane. There's a car that's pretty close. I'm going to speed up just a bit. I'm going to make that lane change because I needed to get into the left lane, so now I could get into the left turn lane. Now, I did not cut the car off by any means. I just sped up just a little bit to make sure that I was in front of the car and gave the car enough distance behind me. I don't want to cut anybody off, okay? So like I said, 99% of the time your lane changes should be at a smooth, consistent speed. On occasion, you might have to give it some gas, accelerate, or you might have to brake. It all depends on the situation. At the end of the day, you need to do what you need to do to ensure that you are remaining safe and the other drivers around you are also remaining safe on your behalf. So if that means you need to accelerate a little bit during a lane change, then do it. If that means you need to brake slightly during a lane change, do it. At the end of the day, it's up to you, and you need to use your driver judgment. So right now I'm turning onto another street. I'm going to switch lanes to the right. So let's put my right signal on, check my blind spot, my mirrors, and then I switch. Smooth lane change like that, and then I correct now that I'm in the lane. That was a consistent speed, okay? Now there's not really any other cars on the road, so I'm going to switch back to the left. Blind spot, mirrors, switch, and then correct. So you're always switching lanes, and then once you end up in the other lane, you're going to correct ever so slightly. It's very important to do those things. Once again, signal, check your mirrors, blind spot check. Always, 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 always. You can vary the order of those. Some people like to signal after they've checked their mirrors and their blind spot. In my opinion, that's fine, as long as you do all of those things. And make sure you don't only check your side mirrors, you're checking your rear view mirror as well. I'm gonna switch lanes now into the left-hand turning lane. So I'm gonna put my signal on, check my mirrors, blind spot check, smoothly switch lanes, and then correct. Now, once again, you'll notice that the lane switch process, the lane change process, isn't like, you're not swerving into the lane and it only takes a quick second. You're smoothly moving into the lane, and it takes probably about 2 to 2.5 seconds in order to get from your current lane to the next lane that you want to get into. So it's a really, really good idea to practice changing lanes smoothly. Changing lanes smoothly is one of the best things that you can do for your driver's test and for your everyday driving. And with this relatively quick driving lesson, I have shown you how to change lanes smoothly by telling you exactly how to do it and by demonstrating myself doing it many, many times. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this driving tutorial. Subscribe to the channel for more car videos like this, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.